The term sandwich generation became popular in the 1980s and described a portion of the population that was growing. Um, but there's a devastating version of this sandwich that no one wants. Hi, my name is Gladys Bell, and I'm a volunteer with the Motherless Daughters Ministry. Every week, we invite you to join us for Monday morning ministry moments. This was created to provide encouragement, education, and empowerment to support people healing from mother loss and its impact. If you enjoy what you hear, we ask that you give us a thumbs up, share it, and place your comments in the section below. The term sandwich generation was coined by two social workers in 1981, Dorothy Miller and Elaine Brody. It describes those who are raising children while at the same time caring for aging, ill, or disabled relatives. The variations of that scenario vary with every situation, they differ with every individual, and there are endless possibilities. However, the issues that arise, that surface during that situation, um, fall into many of similar categories: time management, self care, and quality of life. When you order a sandwich at a restaurant, typically you will tell the waitress or the employee exactly what you want and how you want it prepared. But the version of this sandwich we're talking about today, you neither want um, or expect, and you don't have any choices. There, it comes with no options. The 2021 Mother's Day celebration period totally disarmed me and caused me to coin a new term, the grief sandwich. My mother passed away 16 years ago this past February, following complications after two open heart surgeries. We were very close. And as I was an only child, my daughter was almost as close to her as I was, and to the point where her friends thought that my mother was her mother. This past October, my 46-year-old daughter left this world behind after a 24-year relationship with neurofibromatosis type 2. My existence for the past 6 months has been surreal, um, almost numb. And were it not for God in my life and my support system, I probably would not be sitting before you today. I doubt that I would. Uh, on the one hand, I am submerged in the grief of missing my daughter. Um, on the other side, I am still grieving my mother's loss 16 years later. And sometimes it seems like it was yesterday. Um, I was sandwiched, and I am sandwiched between two slices of grief, hence the term grief sandwich. On this holiday, children and family members of all ages pamper the mothers and shower them with gifts. Churches, friends, and groups are recognizing mothers in all types of situations. And the retail industry flung open its doors with all types of enticements, ready to receive in their coffers all of your money and cards and other monetary representations. All these things are triggers for the tangled ball of emotions that are connected with grief. If you're a math major, you could say this was grief squared or with an exponent of two. Um, all of the issues connected with grief, the physical, the mental, the emotional, they're all multiplied by themselves. They're all magnified. For the last 16 years, my daughter and I consoled one another and helped each other heal in the memories of mom and grandmommy. Those of you who have met me know that my source is the God I serve and the promises that are in his word. Trust me, I sit here not trying to persuade you of any way of thinking. I can only share with you my experience and what works for me. I can only testify of my journey. Um, when you see me here on 4M4U, you're welcome to walk with me, but just know that you are walking on a real time leg of my current journey. I have to be honest with you. I'm yet in my grief journey. I'm still working through it. It's rough. It's like a roller coaster. Um, when my daughter left too, I was unable to see any light at the end of the tunnel. Um, I know it's there, but I have to be reminded periodically that it's possible to see it. And that's where the support system comes in. Any article or any information that you read about grief will talk about the importance and the value of a support system. Angels, by definition, are messengers from God. Um, the enemy knew that the loss of my daughter, on top of my mother loss, was the ultimate tool capable of destroying me. But God, who is rich in mercy and grace, dispatched a host of angels on my behalf. And I'm a living witness to you today that because of these angels surrounding the edges of my grief sandwich, today I am catching a glimpse of that light in the distance. And as long as there's breath in my body, I'm going to be working toward fulfilling whatever my purpose is, whatever that is. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but whatever that is, I intend to do that so that I can join the rest of my family. We don't get over grief. Um, we don't get over the devastating losses of our loved ones. We just learn how to manage without them one day at a time. The angels that circle the edges of my grief sandwich are there for me all the time. They remind me of the things that I need to hear, and they're patient in giving me those reminders. Some of them have traveled that path before me and don't get tired of repeatedly delivering those reassurances that I will make it through as often as necessary. And sometimes they have to spoon feed that to me 1 teaspoon at a time and give me the light, uh, shedding some light on the step that I'm on just today. And that's all we can do sometimes, take one day at a time. So I want to encourage you today uh, to be thankful for your support system. If you don't have one, you need to actively seek one out. Allow those people that are around you that want to help you to provide you that support. And beyond that, reach out to other people that are traveling on this road. I heard it said that my grief doesn't end with my comfort. Don't just be a comfort container. You want to be a comfort conduit. Uh, our grief is not our destination. So, in the midst of your grief, uh, you may be the only person that can reach out to someone else who has just gotten on this path, who has joined this club that nobody wants to join. And if that person is in a grief sandwich, I uh, urge you to press your way outside of your own grief and provide them some of the support that only you can provide. Their life and their sanity depend on it. I'm a living witness. My prayer for you today is peace and comfort. So have a blessed week. Thank you for listening.